All right, for the next one, this is a little bit more complicated. This is one of the more complicated ones that you'll see. So let's do what we've been doing. All right, so over here we have one AL, we have 3 BRs, we have 2 Ks, and we have 1 O. And remember, this 2 only goes to K, it does not belong to O. Subscripts only go to the elements they follow. Over here we have 2 ALs, we have 1 BR, we have 1 K, and we have 3 O's. So if we look at this, none of them are balanced, right? We have 1 AL over here, we have 2 ALs over here, we have 3 BRs over here, we have 1 BR over here, we have 2 Ks over here, we have 1 K over here, and then we have 1 O over here, and we have 3 O's over here. So what I would do is I would either pick BR or O to start with, because like I said in the last video, you want to pick the number that's biggest. So the biggest number that we see is 3, so we need to make the 3's match. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just start with oxygen. So we have 3 O's of oxygen over here, we only have 1 O of oxygen over here, right? So what I need to do is I need to make this be 3 oxygens. So in order to do that, I have to place a coefficient in front. And remember, if we're multiplying, then that means I'm just going to put a 3 right here, right? So 3 times 1 is 3 oxygens. But don't forget, this 3 also then applies to the K. And 3 times 2 is 6. So now my oxygens are balanced, my Ks are unbalanced, right? And I'm going to go ahead and balance K next because 6 is the next biggest number that we see. So I have 6 Ks over here, I only have 1 K over here, which means I need to make this be 6 Ks. So I put a 6 in front of it, again, because I'm multiplying. So 6 times 1 is 6, but remember this 6 also goes to the BR. Remember, your coefficient goes until it gets distributed, until you see a plus sign or an arrow. So the 6 also belongs to the BR. So now I have 3 O's over here, I have 3 O's over here, I have 6 K's over here, I have 6 K's over here. Now I have 3 BRs over here, and I have 6 BRs over here. So I now need to make this side be 6 BRs. So what I need to do is place a coefficient here that's going to make BR 6. So I need to think about what times 3 is 6. We know 2 times 3 is 6. So we're going to put a 2 right there. So 2 times 3 is 6. And then remember, this 2 also belongs to AL. So 2 times 1 is 2. Well, now look, I've got 2 ALs here, I have 2 ALs here. I have 6 BRs over here, I have 6 BRs over here. 6 Ks here, 6 Ks here, 3 O's here, and 3 O's here. So each element is the same on both sides of the equation. So now it's balanced. I can either leave this blank or I can put a 1 here, but that's how you do that. Now, I do want to tell you that if you would have chosen, let me erase this. Okay, if we go back to the beginning real quick. If you would have chosen to balance BR first, it would have made it a little bit more complicated, but it would have been okay. You would have eventually gotten there. It just would have taken more trial and error and guessing. So I'm gonna show you that real quick because I don't want you to think that you can't like guess wrong and still not get to the final answer. So if I put a 3 right here to balance my BRs first, this would get applied here and it would get applied here. So I would have 3 BRs over here, I'd have 3 BRs over here. I would now have 3 Ks over here and only 2 Ks over here, right? And remember what we talked about before is that if you have numbers that can't be multiplied evenly into each other, so I can't 2 times any whole number is not going to give me 3. Well, remember then I said I want these to equal 6, right? Because 2 times 3 is 6. You want to multiply those two together to see what they should be. So if I look up here, in order to get 6 for K, I would have to put a 3 right here. So 3 times 2 is 6, and then 3 times 1 is 3, right? So now if I look, my oxygens are balanced, my BRs are balanced, but now I have 6 Ks over here, and I need to have 6 Ks over here. So because I put 3 there before, it doesn't mean that I can't then change it when it's wrong, okay? Because I need to have 6 Ks. So I can just simply go back and make that a 6. So now 6 times 1 is 6, and 6 times 1 is 6, right? So now my oxygens are balanced, my Ks are balanced, but now I have 6 BRs over here and I only have 3 over here, which means I need to put a 2, because 2 times 3 is 6, and then 2 times 1 is 2, and now it's balanced. So sometimes you try one and it ends up messing it up a little bit more and you have to keep trying until you get them all right, and that is fine. Just keep trying and eventually it will all balance out, okay?